Spain's royal family under pressure. What really happened? If you've been following Europe's royal circles lately, you've probably noticed something unusual. The Spanish royal family is suddenly at the center of intense public scrutiny, more than they've faced in years. Rumors are swirling, headlines are multiplying, and royal watchers across the world are asking the same question: what exactly is going on inside Zarzuela Palace? The truth, as always with royalty, is layered. What we're seeing on the surface, whispers about Queen Letizia, stress behind the scenes for King Felipe, growing expectations on Princess Leonor, may only be the beginning. To understand what's happening now, we need to explore the pressure points building around Spain's most famous family, and why the world is paying such close attention. A storm of rumors. Where it all began. Royal families are no strangers to gossip, but Spain's monarchy has spent the last decade fighting for public trust after scandals linked to former King Juan Carlos. While Felipe VI managed to restore much of the institution's credibility, the current wave of rumors marks the first time his immediate family has found itself directly under scrutiny. Queen Letizia, the center of the latest headlines. The recent media storm largely centers on Queen Letizia, who has been the subject of renewed tabloid speculation. Though none of these stories are officially confirmed, their sudden emergence has created an uncomfortable spotlight around her personal life. Even historically neutral outlets have been forced to comment. For a queen known for her discipline, elegance, and tightly controlled public image, this shift has been especially disruptive. Sources close to the palace suggest that Letizia is maintaining her characteristic professionalism, but make no mistake, the attention is unwelcome. King Felipe, steady in public, strained in private. King Felipe VI has always been admired for his restraint and commitment to duty. But even the most composed monarch can feel pressure when his family becomes the subject of sensationalist headlines. Behind the scenes, insiders whisper that Felipe has adopted an intensified schedule of appearances, projecting stability at a moment when commentators are questioning the palace's internal harmony. His priority, as always, is the institution itself, and preserving the monarchy for the next generation. Princess Leonor, a future queen under a spotlight she never asked for. Few young royals have experienced a rise as fast and public as Princess Leonor. At just 19, she has become the face of the future Spanish monarchy, recently completing her military training and stepping into more visible duties. But with her parents suddenly thrust into the center of media speculation, Leonor finds herself in a delicate position, preparing for her future role while navigating the realities of modern royal life. She has handled it with grace. Her recent public appearances have been polished, confident, and warmly received, but even so, the stakes have never been higher. Why now? The timing behind the pressure. Royal experts point to several factors converging at once. A. Rising public expectations of Princess Leonor. Spain is quietly transitioning toward a new era. As Leonor moves closer to becoming queen, the public holds her to higher and higher standards, some fair, some not. Every gesture, every word, every event is analyzed. The increased attention on her parents only magnifies the scrutiny. B. Renewed global fascination with Europe's next generation of royals. From Denmark's new King Frederick and Queen Mary, to Belgium's Princess Elizabeth, to Britain's younger royals, there's a global hunger for the next chapter of European royalty. Spain's young heir fits perfectly into this narrative, which makes every family story around her even more clickable, watchable, and shareable. C. The legacy of past scandals. Felipe and Letizia have worked tirelessly to distance themselves from the controversies tied to Juan Carlos, but history is stubborn. Any hint of turbulence brings back questions of the monarchy's long-term stability, and the media knows this. Inside the palace, what sources say. While official statements from Zarzuela Palace remain predictably tight-lipped, royal watchers and insiders describe the atmosphere as controlled but tense, focused on duty, determined to avoid escalation. The royal household reportedly wants to avoid feeding the rumor mill. Their strategy is the classic royal playbook. Stay silent, stay visible, stay dignified. So far, it's working. Public opinion in Spain has not shifted dramatically. Supporters of the monarchy continue to rally behind Felipe and Leonor, with many dismissing the latest rumors as sensationalism. Princess Leonor, the key to the future. No matter what storms the current moment brings, Princess Leonor remains the monarchy's strongest anchor. Her recent public engagements, including her solemn oath to the Constitution, have been met with enthusiasm. What makes Leonor so compelling? Her discipline. Years of military training have shaped her into a poised public figure far beyond her age. Her relatability. She's modern, multilingual, and far more globally connected than previous generations. Her position, as the first queen regnant Spain would have in centuries, her rise represents a historic shift. And that leads us to the most important point. The pressure around the royal family today is ultimately pressure around Leonor's future reign. Everything happening now, rumors, speculation, scrutiny, tests the strength of the institution she will one day lead. What happens next? Professional royal analysts point to 3 likely scenarios. The royal family goes silent and rides out the wave. This is the most common approach and historically the most effective. The media eventually shifts attention elsewhere. Increased visibility from Princess Leonor. A strategic series of public appearances could refocus headlines on Leonor's growing role, subtly shifting the narrative. A formal palace response, unlikely but possible. If the speculation escalates or becomes defamatory, the palace could issue a clarifying statement. This is rare but not unheard of. The bottom line, the pressure is real, but so is the resilience. The Spanish royal family is facing one of the most intense periods of public scrutiny in recent memory. But monarchy has always been about navigating storms, and the current generation, Felipe, Letizia, and especially Leonor, is more prepared than most. One thing is clear, Spain is watching, Europe is watching, and the world is waiting to see how the next chapter unfolds. In the end, this moment may not weaken the monarchy, it may strengthen it. Because if Princess Leonor can emerge from this period even more respected and admired, she will begin her future reign not under pressure, but under triumph.